Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news, so folks, hold on to your hats because the NFL rumor mill is buzzing like never before, and the Giants are right in the thick of it. The latest whispers out of league sources point to a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the Giants' defensive front, and honestly, might even give them a much-needed boost heading into the second half of the season. We're talking about none other than Max Crosby, the star pass rusher from the Las Vegas Raiders, possibly heading to the Big Apple. And trust me, this is a move that could turn the tide for Big Blue. Now I know what you're thinking. Crosby? The Raiders? Yeah, I was surprised at first too, but the more I dug into it, the more it makes sense. The Raiders, sitting at 2-8, are clearly in rebuild mode. They've been underperforming all season long, and their defense, which was supposed to be their strength, has struggled mightily. Their points allowed, a whopping 262 so far, and their inability to pressure quarterbacks consistently have been a glaring issue. They're also cap-strapped, with roughly $107 million in salary cap space, which makes keeping high-priced stars like Crosby a challenge. For the Giants, though, bringing in a player like Crosby could be a game-changer. He's a four-time Pro Bowler, and his stats this season are pretty impressive. 23 solo tackles, 14 assists, 37 combined tackles, 5 sacks, and even an interception he returned for 32 yards. His PFF grade sits comfortably at 80.5, putting him in the top 20 among edge rushers. He's relentless on the field, generating pressure at an 18% rate and contributing heavily to the pass rush. His career totals are even more eye-popping, with 256 solo tackles, 147 assists, and 64 sacks. What makes Crosby so valuable is not just his ability to sack the quarterback, but his consistency, zero injury history, and elite production. Since 2021, when he was traded to the Raiders, Crosby has been a force, similar in impact to what T.J. Watt brought to the Steelers back then, with over 150 pressures in that season alone. The Giants, with their current injury issues on the defensive line, especially losing Galston to a shoulder injury for 4 games, could really use a boost. Crosby's addition would significantly elevate their pass rush, creating more pressure on opposing quarterbacks. Recent games have shown the importance of a game-changing pass rusher, especially with teams like the Eagles and Cowboys having potent offenses. The Giants' defense, while promising, has struggled to consistently generate pressure, and adding Crosby might be the missing piece they need to turn things around. Now, the Raiders are skeptical about trading Crosby. They're sitting at 2-8 and have struggled on third downs, allowing opponents to convert at a rate of 41%. To make matters worse, they're focusing on clearing cap space, which means they're more open to trading high-value assets like Crosby, especially given their rebuild mode. The Giants, with a cap space of about $5 million, might need to make some adjustments to fit Crosby under the salary cap, but the potential benefits far outweigh the costs. Imagine Crosby lining up opposite Neal, creating a nightmare for opposing offensive lines. His ability to project around 17 sacks, combined with a 21% increase in pressure rate, could drastically reduce the points allowed per game from 29.4 down to around 24. The impact on turnovers would be significant, with projections suggesting an increase of 10 takeaways, which is huge for a team looking to solidify its defense. His presence alone could help the Giants' secondary, making life easier for the DBs and reducing the yards per carry allowed by opponents. Plus, Crosby's influence isn't just limited to pass rushing. His ability to generate pressure on third down, with an expected 37% conversion rate for opponents dropping down from 42.1%, would give the Giants a real shot at turning defenses around. The defense's overall efficiency would skyrocket, and the team could see an increase in the win rate, especially in close games. His total sacks could jump by 18, and his pressure rate could see an 11% boost when facing elite quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts. This kind of impact could be exactly what the Giants need to push for a playoff spot and maybe even make a deep run in the postseason. Now, let's talk about the broader implications. The Giants are already looking at a big jump in their Super Bowl odds, from an astronomical +50, 0 at the start of the season to around +20, 0 if they manage to land Crosby. That's a significant shift, and it shows how much one player can influence not only a team's defense, but also their championship chances. If Crosby joins the Giants, MetLife Stadium could become a fortress, especially in the cold, snowy conditions that often favor a strong pass rush. His presence could turn the Giants into a real spoiler in the NFC East, especially if they manage to string together some wins with Crosby's help. The Raiders, on the other side, are cogs in their rebuild, and seeding Crosby could be part of their long-term plan to accumulate draft capital and rebuild from the ground up. But for the Giants, this move could be the missing piece to complete their defensive puzzle. With Crosby's elite production, the Giants could see an immediate improvement, not just in sacks, but in overall defensive dominance. The potential for a +11% win rate increase in close games is huge, especially considering how tight the NFC East has been this year. Of course, this isn't just about numbers, it's about momentum and confidence. Adding a player of Crosby's caliber would send a message to the rest of the league that the Giants are serious about contending now. Fans would rally behind such a move, knowing that they're getting a proven star who can turn games single-handedly. The coaching staff, too, would have a new toy to dial up blitzes and stunts, making it even harder for offenses to settle in and establish their rhythm. And let's not forget the psychological impact. Opposing quarterbacks would have to game plan around Crosby, knowing he's capable of changing the game on any snap. The offensive lines might start to tighten up, double-teaming him more often, which could open up opportunities for other pass rushers or linebackers to make plays. It's a domino effect that could elevate the entire defense and, by extension, the whole team. In terms of the NFC East race, this could be a pivotal moment. The Giants, currently sitting in the playoff hunt, could elevate themselves from pretenders to contenders. With Crosby on board, they'd be more formidable, more resilient, and more dangerous. The division, which has been characterized by high-powered offenses and shaky defenses, could see a real shift in power. The Eagles and Cowboys would have to deal with a revitalized Giants defense, one that might now be capable of shutting down even the most prolific offenses. As we look ahead, the trade rumors are swirling, and the possibility of Crosby donning blue and white is exciting. The Giants are in a unique position to make a bold move, and if this trade happens, it could define their season and set them up for years to come. It's not just about adding a star. It's about making a statement that the Giants are serious about competing, about winning, and about returning to their rightful place at the top of the NFC. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking at all the factors, it's clear that a Crosby trade could be a game changer for the Giants. The impact on their defense would be immediate and profound. His ability to generate sacks and pressure at a high level fits perfectly with what the team needs right now. The combination of Crosby's elite talent and the Giants' current roster could be the perfect storm for a playoff push, and dare I say, a deep postseason run. Of course, there are still questions. Will the Raiders truly part ways with Crosby, especially given their rebuild mode? Can the Giants maneuver their cap space to make this happen? And how will Crosby adapt to the NFC and the New York spotlight? Those are questions only time will answer, but the potential is undeniable. The Giants have a real shot to shake things up, and fans should be excited about what's on the horizon. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and the New York Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news.